I hitched a ride to a rally in the crucial swing state of Pennsylvania to ask Trump supporters if he had finally crossed the line.
You know what? So what if he wants to grab pussy? I want to grab pussy.
That's a no.
I wish I could grab as much pussy as he is.
Well, I'd like to grab Al Qaeda by the pussy and shove some Yankee Doodle Dandy right up its ass.
Also a no. But how were they okay with a presidential candidate bragging about sexual assault? Wait for it.
I think it's just locker room talk. Really,
what does that mean?
Guys in the bar talk that way when they see a pretty girl. What are you going to say?
I've heard worse about men talking about girls, women, so...
Are you talking about other like presidential candidates like Mondale?
Yes.
It's locker room talk. That's what boys do. He didn't do it.
Well, I don't talk like that.
Well,
Do you have any children?
I do.
Do they talk like that?
No, they don't.
So not those boys.
Well, no, not
Do you have a
those
husband?
boys. I do.
Does he talk like that?
No.
Well, not that boy.
No.
Is that how you talk?
Well, no, but I feel like he says.
Is that how your dad talks?
Well, no, but
Is that like your pastor talks?
no, not
So
necessarily.
who talks like that?
Well, obviously Donald Trump.
It was stupid bragging men talk.
Yeah.
Men brag.
We brag, right? You brag a bit, right?
Not exactly, but I know quite a few people that do.
And background dab. So we've been following this protest. We headed to the Capitol, and the Trump supporters just broke through the gates, and they're now heading into the Capitol right now. People are getting waved up towards the Capitol. Take it back! Take it back! Take it back! I'm hearing people saying, "Let's go, keep going." Who are you with?
The American people.
The American people. Are you military?
Not answering that.
So you're not military?
No,
Why are you dressed like military?
I'm not. These are just clothes.
Is that camouflage?
It is?
But you're in an urban environment. Isn't that sort of the antithetical to camouflage?
I don't think so.
Are you looking to make an aggressive action right now?
No, I'm looking to make a statement.
What's your statement?
The election was stolen. We want free and fair elections. And if we can't have that in this country, we don't have anything.
So what do you plan on doing?
We're just gonna see how it unfolds.
Gonna see how it unfolds. All right, good luck with the paintball tournament. Can I ask you some questions? What's your plan? What's your plan?
For what?
What are are you storming the Capitol?
I'm just going up for a ticket for somebody.
Is this the last stand?
I'd say it is.
This looks like the last stand. Are you afraid if you run out of batteries for the last stand that you'll be thwarted? Good luck. I hope you don't run into bumpy terrain or stairs. While Segway Stonewall Jackson is laughable on his child's scooter, the rioters brought real weapons and committed real atrocities. They attacked our democracy, our police, and even our cameraman.
Does that matter?
Hey, you assaulted me! I was saying you assaulted me!
Trump's fake tough guy military are literally throwing themselves on the ground to perpetuate victimhood. If the Trump presidency is going to come to an end, this seems fitting. A show of aggression ending with a bunch of people screaming at a building without a working understanding of how democracy works.
I told the whole country a month and a half ago that Donald Trump will be back in August. You know?
You still believe that?
Yeah, absolutely.
This is the crime of the century you're describing, and they came to the MyPillow guy.
No, they didn't come to me. They came to me on January 9th, but I seen the evidence.
But they still came to you.
Because, let me tell you, nobody came to me until that day, and here's what happened. I had my own investigations, I had all of my stuff going on, and nobody talked about the machines. We talked about dead people, non-resident, all the other stuff. I call it the organic fraud.
Is this helping, Mike?
What? This here is
ginning all this up.
I already have the evidence. You know what this is doing? Do you guys get it?
It's perpetuating anger, fear, and attacking our democracy.
You know what you are by saying that. Let me tell you something. This is a free speech rally, okay? My platform, frank speech, for all the individuals, whether they're Democrat or Republican. Right now, if you talk about machines, vaccine, the border, Jesus, you speak out for anything, and YouTube and Vimeo and people like you guys, the journalists, suppress it, cancel us, or try and destroy something good that's coming out of this. This is a free speech rally. This isn't a Trump rally. Are you trying to say this is a Trump rally?
It says MAGA is in the title, and he's speaking at it.
No, you know what? He's speaking.
I mean, you got his picture on the poster, Mike.
Yeah, he got suppressed.
Unproven election fraud claims have caused real problems in our country. And just last week, we learned that election officials were receiving death threats from angry Trump voters. Have you heard about the death threats?
Me?
On Secretary of State, Georgia?
On me, you mean?
I'm saying there are people, because of the conversations that are happening, the elongation of this process, who are now being threatened.
You talking about Brad Rassenberger?
Yes.
Brad Rassenberger and Brian Kemp were in on this. Are you kidding? They're as compromised as they come.
Why are these Republicans compromised?
I don't know. Ask them.
I'm
Ask
asking
Brian
you
Kemp
because
about
you
this.
apparently are the one that...
No, you need to understand. That's a deviation. Why wouldn't you guys, when I was kicked out...
Do you either want to be the guy everybody comes to or not the guy everybody comes to? Because you have answers for being the guy that the cyberpunks come to, but you have no other answers.
I don't know.
If August doesn't happen, what do you say to these people?
Then the states are going to all pull it down because they're doing audits in every state. Pennsylvania's doing audits, they're doing here in Wisconsin, Maricopa will get done. Everywhere they've done an audit, like in New Hampshire, every place that we've done audits that we've done, the machines, it's the same thing, everyone.
So there's a plan. It's like watching that Bigfoot show. They don't find Bigfoot at the end, but if you tune in next week, maybe it's going to happen. Thank you.
You guys are horrible.
Oh. Well, I wanted to talk about his pillows.
I trust Trump and what he says and what he knows. You know, I don't trust the media that much.
So the only person you really believe is Donald Trump himself?
That's not the only person I believe.
Who else do you believe?
I mean, ultimately, I believe Jesus is king and I believe the Bible.
That's like two. So you got Jesus and Trump.
No, I trust a lot of people, my friends, my family.
What do you say to critics?
Tucker Carlson.
Tucker Carlson, Jesus, and Donald Trump.
And more. I can go on and on if you want.
No, I think I get the picture.
We used to like Fox. We don't like Fox. We don't like MSNBC. We don't like CBS. We don't like any of the fake news channels because they lie all the time.
What happened to Fox? Was it their COVID coverage that turned you off?
No.
What about Hannity?
I like Hannity. Tucker.
And Tucker.
Yep.
So just 2 hours every day of Fox News, otherwise it's a complete boycott.
Yes, absolutely.
For you guys, the liberal media, I have one word for you. You are controlled by the deep state.
That's like 4, 5, 6 words, 10 words.
You.
That's even 2. That one's even 2.
Push the fake news.
And I have one word for you, fake news. You. The silent majority.
2 words. That's 2 words.
You.
Can no one in the MAGA world count?
Read the transcript right.
Have you read the transcript?
I have not read it.
But we should read the transcript.
We should.
Look at the transcript, right?
Yeah, look at the transcript.
Have you read the transcript?
I trust the word of our president now.
Read the transcript, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Did you read the transcript?
I've read most of it, but there's nothing.
Skim the transcript.
Yeah, I don't have time for reading all the impeachment, all that bullshit, But
how long have you been waiting out here for Donald Trump?
Since 8 o'clock.
Hours. A lot of free time.
Absolutely.
Read the transcript.
Read the transcript.
Yeah.
Did you read the transcript?
I don't have to. Everyone else has. I can read it if I need to, but
right, yeah. But it's important that everybody reads the transcript.
It is very important. Pay attention and think for yourself.
Yes. You have, but to be clear, you have not read the transcript.
I haven't. No.
Right.
No.
But it is just important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't be a sheep. Think for yourself.
But again, just to be very clear, you have not read it.
I have not read it.
You just trusted somebody else to read it.
Yeah.
What were you saying about don't be a sheep?
Don't be a sheep. Think for yourself. Do your own research.
Do your own research.
Yeah.
Right. Are you excited about the SCOTUS?
Of course I am.
What are you excited about?
It's going to fill the court with constitutional loving Americans again. That court has been too liberal for too long.
Really?
Of course it has.
You're pro-life.
Of course.
It's important for Americans to do whatever they can to protect a human life.
Yes.
Why aren't you wearing a mask?
I mean, again, it's a personal choice, I think. If everybody was wearing them and everybody said put a mask on, I would respect everybody's wishes and put it on. We're not sheep.
You're not sheep. You're not sheep. But if everybody here was wearing masks.
If everybody was wearing, but again, we're not sheeple.
You're not sheeple.
We're not.
So you're going to look at what everybody's doing and you're going to follow along.
That's it.
Yeah. But not sheeple.
Not sheeple.
Can a woman be president?
The presidency is a man's job.
I have women are qualified to be president.
No. A female has more hormones. She could start a war in 10 seconds. If she has hot flashes, whatever, boom.
Haven't all wars been started by men?
Yes. Whenever I hear president, I think of man. It's a man's job. What sort of, I may be
Close-minded.
No, yeah, well, no.
Misogynistic?
No.
You're voting against your own interests.
That's it. Thank you very much.
These extreme nations, they don't treat women with respect.
We treat women with respect here.
Yes, we do.
That's an American ideal.
Yeah.
Tell me about your shirt. What's it say?
It says, Hillary sucks. But not like Monica.
Hilarious. So we were talking about treating women with respect.
It's an American ideal that we treat women with respect.
You got to give me the back of that shirt one more time. That's too much fun.
Trump that bitch!
We don't even see the irony in it. I love it, right?
Barack Obama had a big part of 9/11.
Which part?
Not being around, always on vacation, never in the office.
Why do you think Barack Obama wasn't in the Oval Office on 9/11?
That I don't know. We'd like to get to the bottom of that.
And why are you here?
Well, because 2 weeks ago I had a dream, and in that dream I was given this vision.
You had a screen printing dream? Your dream told you that Trump is going to win, and then Ivanka, and then Don Jr., and Eric. Tiffany is going to win in 2048, and then Barron. Great.
All right.
But Barron only serves one term.
Oh, no, 2 terms.
No, that's only one term. That's 4 years. Yeah, actually, these are mostly one-term presidents.
No, you're not reading it right, brother.
No, I'm like 20. No, this is 24 to 28. That's 4 years.
And then another 4.
No. These are one-term presidents. Ivanka, 1 term. Don Jr., 1 term.
Say over Ivanka. What's the date?
Ivanka is 2024 and 2028.
That's 8 years.
That's 4 years. Look, you have a 4-year period here where somebody else gets elected. It doesn't say anything about re-elected.
It does. It says has her getting elected in 2024 and 2028.
Your math is wrong.
No, my math is not wrong.
Do you think a gay couple should have the same rights as a...
No, I don't. I really don't. I don't think it's fair.
To the gay couple?
Well, no, but the regular couple, they work so hard, and the gay couple, they want more.
When you say more, do you mean equal?
Yeah, they want equal in that.
And that's just too much.
Yeah.
No, that's the wrong answer. Sorry, hold on. Are you in a better place than you were 4 years ago?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Is America in a better place than they were 4 years ago?
I believe absolutely.
We have higher unemployment, we have 200,000 people dead due to COVID, and we have riots in the streets.
Yes, let me just tell you this much. Yes, I'm doing much better. I'm literally making 4 times as much as I was making when Obama was president.
What do you do?
I work for a debt relief company.
Yeah. So now as a debt relief employee, you make more money under Donald Trump.
Yeah, I do, yeah.
Yeah, it's good to be a white debt relief collector.